Week 17, live drafting, baby. And we're doing it while we answer questions for Week 17. Week 17 Q&A session on top of live Week 17. Drafting on top of live playoff, NFL playoff fantasy football drafting. The mittens. And if you want to get in, you got to hit the link that I'm going to drop in the live chat right this very second. Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty. I'm going to pin that link in the live chat right this very second, ladies and gentlemen. And if you want to get in, you must hit the link that's in the live chat. I will pin that link right this very second. And then once you're in, $10 minimum deposit. Once you're in, then we just jump into a draft together and I'll explain how. So hit the link, do it live. Here's the link. I'm pinning it. There it is. Live drafts begin right now.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios.
It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live!
Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
Hey, Chan.
I don't mean to play that. I keep forgetting that I have this certain scene that triggers, and I like it though. Everybody's gonna get so mad at that scene. I hope to God we come out of week 17 on Sunday and we're able to play that song as A-Chan potentially gets more work. So many A-Chan haters in here. So many A-Chan haters. I don't know what it is too. I don't know what it is. But get ready. Drafting. Now how it works is you hit that link that's in the live chat. I've pinned it right now. It's in the description of every video in case you're watching a replay of this show, or you use code Smitty if you download the app. But enter code Smitty. They'll double your first deposit. Minimum's $10. They'll double it up to $100. And this is how you get into the draft. We're going to open it up. I'm not going to hit it yet because I want everybody to have a chance to get in, okay? So you're going to download the app. The link's in the description. Once you're set up and ready to go, as soon as you load the app, the lobby tab will be automatically selected. The draft tab will be automatically selected. And you'll have these cards on the front home screen. These are what you're going to want to sift through. And I believe it is the third card, right? Let's go over to the front. This is the first one. Afternoon. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The seventh card is Battle Royale Week 17. Now I'm going to pause there for about 2 minutes. Let everybody catch up, get this loaded. And once you're here, we can move forward. I'm going to answer as many questions as I can as we walk into this Week 17, most important week of fantasy football. This is Friday. We're doing it live. Bijan or Eckler, that's a tough call, Gabe. I think, Bijan's probably got more upside, more risk. Eckler's probably got still a lot of risk, but maybe a little less, but maybe not as much upside. So, I go Bijan, but it's understandably, the same kind of risk and upside, but balanced differently. So, Zamir White or Austin Eckler? Probably Zamir White. Same question, man. Zamir White slightly. And thank you, everybody, for being here. File on in. Hit that like button on your way in the door. Okay, so now for those of you that are ready to go, and if you aren't ready, we're going to do another draft after this, so don't worry. Just make sure you click that link in the live chat. They'll double your first deposit up to $100 on Underdog by using the code Smitty. The link in the description and the live chat, which is pinned, will insert code Smitty for you. And what we're going to do is hit that card, hit the green button now. I've got about a 10-second YouTube delay, so I'm going to wait to hit the button just so we're lined up properly, and we'll get into the same draft most likely together. If you don't get in, we'll try the next one. And if you didn't get into this one because you didn't sign up in time, don't worry, you can try the next one as well. So now we all should be kind of in the same draft together. If we're not, we're drafting alongside each other in two different leagues, but using the same kind of thinking and having a blast doing it. So don't you worry. Don't you worry. This draft filled up really quickly, and we'll do another one after this. This is from Bill Coster, $2 hauler, Chiefs or Eagles. Matchup is on screen right here. I probably lean toward Chiefs are a top 5 play this week. Eagles are top 8 to 10 play on paper. I guess I lean Chiefs slightly, maybe. I've gone back and forth on that, admittedly, bro. I think if you need a big swing, maybe go Philly. If you need just a safe play, the consensus data out there says that the Chiefs are a top 5 play. So, you know what I'm saying? So, you got to pick your poison there. Okay, let's see here. Smitty, did you see that the stat where 30% of Aubrey owners made the championship? I've seen some data on that. That's crazy. He's been solid. He's been really solid. It's crazy. There's a few players that feel like that. I think Jerome Ford is going to be 18% of everybody that won a championship had Jerome Ford in their lineup. Jerome Ford was a man of the hour. Okay, so right here, I'm on the clock. The first pick, let's go to board view. First pick was, or I'm the third pick, Christian McCaffrey, Kyron Williams, and now I am up. I'm going to probably go with Tyreek Hill here. The cheetah is back and doing cheetah things, so we're good on that. We're throwing Tyreek Hill in with the smile, with the grin, very gladly. Red coming in with a $10 holler. Red, appreciate you. Red says...
To the moon.
Red says what? What does Red say? Where was that? Higgins or Flowers or Collins? Higgins by kind of, well, you know, I shouldn't, I don't say this lightly. I think Higgins without Chase, and Chase is probably out, but if that changes, then throw Higgins out and go Nico. But I think you go Higgins. I like Nico a lot. I want to say Nico very badly, but I don't know that it's the wisest move when you've got a potential solid play right there. Let's go Josh Allen here. Josh Allen, Tyreek Hill, nice little start. Thank you, Red. I'm going to go Higgins if Chase is out. If Chase is in, then I'm going to go Collins. I'm tempted to go Collins anyway because I think Collins and Stroud will have a good day, but I think Higgins is just a very, very safe play. The upside's near the same anyway. Higgins is playing very well as a wide receiver 1, counted on as a wide receiver 1 by his team. So, is there new Zamir news? Can I remove Pacheco and put in Zamir? Zamir's starting. I mean, Jacobs is and barring a miracle, is out. All right, this is the one where I'm going to stack this in a weird way. I'm going Diggs, Josh Allen, reuniting, comeback fashion with Tyreek. I feel like this could be a pretty solid trio to walk into week 17. Yeah, buddies. Appreciate everybody being here. First in the building tonight and there's 70 of you in here right now. Please, as you file on in, please hit that thumb up button. Peanut Butter and Waivers first in the building. Travis Rowe, moderator, Monster in the building. Mark, Matt O, Sebastian, Dez in the building. Corey, and appreciate Corey, Matt, Alex Mack, Mark B in the building. Appreciate Raul. Everybody in here. I could go on and on, but we've got a draft on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you for the super chats. Thank you, Joel, for being here. Scott, everybody, Water Gummy, Will in the building. Great Scott's in the building. Sebastian, Jimmy, Ethan. Okay. Michael Vick's in here. Jose. All right, I'm on the clock again. What are we going to do? We've got Kittle over the middle. We've got McBride. Man, Kittle's been going crazy. So far, I mean, I got a really, really good squad. And there's a lot of potential. I think the tight end position is probably the most. Let's go McBride here. Blind Larry in the building. Blind Larry's drafting here. He took Kittle. I almost took Kittle. I hope that I don't live to regret that because I wanted to go Kittle. Team looks good, though. Tyreek Hill, Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Trey McBride. Little revenge tour mixed with Two guys that have been balling out all year, Tyreek and McBride. Isaiah likely just went to Slater with that. Those back-to-back picks he's got here. He's got Lamar, Likely, Olave, and CMC. Blind Larry's got Kyron, Nico, Brock, and Kittle. Ford is amazing. Rasheed Rice, and then Zay Flowers. Let's go with Devonta Smith here. I'm liking what I'm throwing down here. This team looks really solid. Tyreek, Diggs, Devonta Smith, Josh Allen, Trey McBride. Doing it live. Ray's in the building. 3 up, 3 down. Appreciate you being here. Superfish in the building. Mark B, as I said earlier. Great Scott. What is going on, people? All right, phone lines are open. Dial in.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Last little. We're going to do another Week 17 Battle Royale, I think, and then we'll do a playoff one. I don't know how many drafts we'll do tonight, but we'll get through some. Gonna go Devon Achane there, just because. I mean, he goes undrafted in these drafts right now, which I get it, but I like taking him in the last round. But nobody should be taking him third or fourth round because he literally goes undrafted. Your boy got 86.3, second highest score projected. Slater with the Lamar McCaffrey team goes a tad higher than mine projection wise. Blind Larry looking good. I like the Kyron pick. There's my squad. I'm loving it. I'm going to screenshot this one. This one's the one I have a feeling is going to be in the mix all week. Nice teams. Okay, ready to draft another one? Battle Royale Week 17. Go to the Underdog app. You're going to scroll over to like the 7th card. You'll see Battle Royale Week 17. Click that button. Hit the green button now. I'll be jumping in about 8 to 9 seconds because of the YouTube delay. Oh, the phone lines. Shoot. If anybody tried to call, I'm sorry. Try again. Pollard, Gus, Flowers, JSN, Noah Brown, DeMarcus Robbins. Probably Gus bust, bro. I feel like that's the safest play. I don't hate Pollard or Gus. They're all good options. Noah Brown could do well, but I think I go with Gus bust. I think the touchdowns will be there for him. I'm feeling pretty good about that one. There's a lot of people trying to get in these drafts, so if you don't get in with me and you're drafting alongside, that's okay. We can discuss all of the potential dilemmas you're facing versus what you see on the screen here. I got the 1.1 attaboy. Ethan, what's up, Ethan?
Smitty, 2 QB finals. I didn't start Ford against my brother. He's got Breece Hall. So it was a bad start, but
who'd you start in front of him after I went on a Jerome Ford tirade right before the game for an hour and a half?
I didn't see that, and I was waiting on a Zamir White Pacheco news, and I started Tyson Chandler in front of him against the Packers.
I don't hate that, but I would have told you go Ford, bro. I mean, we're doing it for an hour and a half right beforehand. Ethan, never miss a show. Never miss a show.
He was 12 points. Even in that game, they go, get him his points, and then, which in real life is smart. They use Hunt to rest Ford, and they don't want to lose a running back again like Chubb. But, oh well,
I tried to tell you for an hour and a half. But it's all right. Okay, you got this. You got this, bro.
Yeah. And my brother, he's got Breece Hall. He's probably keeping him because he had him in the 5th round. and then he's going to lose Tyreek Hill and Jefferson.
Yeah.
Which I think is smart because he'll probably get one of those guys in the first anyway.
Bro, I have to
With
say,
Brees Hall in the
yeah,
fifth.
that's a shame you missed that draft. I'd have to say, like, I'm really proud of that Jerome Ford content right before the game. And it wasn't right before. It was like an hour and a half of content. I'm really proud of that because Jerome Ford's going to win a lot of people championships. He's going to win a lot of people championships, and it feels damn good that this show was hammering the hell out of that call walking into the game. You know, sometimes you miss
You
those.
weren't frustrated with the 12-point Ford, though, all year, where he would get like 70 yards, and they'd be like, rest him. You know, and I was like, what the heck,
Well,
man?
clearly I wasn't.
I did start him
Clearly
a
I
few times.
wasn't, Ethan, because we talked. Ford might have been the greatest call all year to the moon, says Matto.
Yeah. I mean, oh, well. I mean, I had him. I won some games with him, so he was a good back this year, you know. He's a good back.
Yeah. All right, what else you got? What was your question?
Let's see. You still thinking a 2 QB league, keep Mahomes?
Yeah, over who?
Yeah, if
yeah.
that's the keeper.
Yeah, over who though?
Well,
Joe Flacco?
it's like I had no one. I had Tank Dell. I was going to see if Tank Dell
You
panned
can't
out.
look. I love
He got
Tank
injured.
Dell. I love Tank Dell, but in 2 QB league, bro, Mahomes is a top 5-6 overall player. Doesn't matter what he did this year. He is what he is. You can't keep wide receivers like that. There's no way.
Yeah, and 2 QB, your strategy worked with the top 5 QBs because even though I wasn't a killer team right from the start, my team was I was always competitive, and I was having fun all year and working hard. And, you know, you don't want to have, like, crap QBs and, you know, end up in that Aaron Rodgers situation.
Ethan, we're just wasting our
nothing
breath
back
here.
up.
Where do you draft?
Yeah.
Where do you draft Mahomes in a 2 QB league? This is elementary school. This is Mickey Mouse stuff right here. You draft him in the top
first.
5
You
or
just-
6.
yeah.
So why on earth would you consider keeping Tank Dell, who we love, over a guy you draft in the top 5? Doesn't make sense. I mean, it was wasting our breath.
Well, it's a keeper. It's like I wish
Doesn't
I
matter.
Had, like,
That
someone
even
like
more so.
Stroud,
Even
where-
more so.
Yeah.
He's a top 5, bro. He's top
You know.
5. It's not even a conversation.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
We'll see who they get for him next year, you know? So,
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey,
Thanks
bro.
a lot, Smitty.
Hopefully they get, you know, somebody big. There's a lot of, you know, what if they traded for Devontae Adams or something? That'd be crazy. Mahomes to Adams. I could kind of see, see KC doing something weird because they're probably like, maybe we can't do what we thought we could do, just make anybody a star. But Rashee Rice is coming into his own too. So I think if they do something significant, it'll be fine. All right. Appreciate you, Ethan. Later.
Yep. Have a good one, Smitty. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you. Okay, I'm on the clock here. I got Christian McCaffrey. We can do a double. I think I'm going to do the same thing again. Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs with McCaffrey this time. And do a little double stack. A little triple stack action. A little triple stamp, a double stamp. What is going on, Red? Actually, Red, hang tight real quickly. Let me get this super chat out of the way, or these 2 super chats out of the way. JSN Ridley or Singletary. I'm going Singletary pretty easily. Singletary, I can't guarantee this, but he feels a lot like my Jerome Ford call. I think Singletary could win leagues too. He could also lose leagues. Or you shouldn't lose your league on Singletary. You shouldn't lose your league on Achane. You shouldn't lose your league on Nico Collins. You shouldn't lose your league on those type of calls because these are your amazing flex calls. So we need to make sure we're understanding that. But Singletary, so I wouldn't say he'd lose your league. He would maybe make it more difficult for you if he crapped the bed, but he feels like Jerome Ford. I feel like this is, especially with Stroud coming back, no Tank Dell, Singletary's been balling. Even if you're a box score Bobby, you don't even know how much he's been balling because he has had some big plays called back, like that overtime touchdown breakaway run where there was holding and they took away the winning touchdown scamper for like 50 plus yards. I like Singletary. I'm going to go Singletary. Just know there's some risk to it. JSN, Deontay, KJ Osborne, Curtis Samuel. I'm going to go JSN with this right here. Deontay could do it at any moment. So could Osborne, but I just think I trust JSN a little bit more right now. This one here from Yes Sir says Pollard, Gus, Flowers, JSN, Noah Brown, DeMarcus Robinson. This one I might have answered already. I think I said Gus Bus on this one, but it's a very, very good question. Either that or is a similar question to it. So JSN on that one. And then golf with the last super chat to get caught up. Would you be up to a primetime palooza draft next? Let me take a look at it, golf. I don't know that I've done one yet, so let me take a look at it. That's a good question. All right, let me go over to Red and then interrupting Mike. If interrupting Mike could mute real quick so he doesn't interrupt, like his name suggests he will. Red, you're live.
What's going on, brother?
Just drafted, man.
Hey, man. Real quick. I'm playing for third place in my league. The first, second, third place gets the first, second, and third pick. Do you think Olave or Collins for this week for wide receiver 2?
I can't sit Olave, but I mean, could I see Collins doing better? I could.
Yeah, and then also Kelsey or I know Henry's still hurt, but Kelsey's not putting any real numbers up. You know, I mean, he's had 4 good games this year. He had that one explosive game against who was it? Against the Chargers. Other than that, the last 7 weeks, his best game was 15 points.
So what's the question?
Do you think Hunter Henry that
over Kelsey? Over Kelsey?
Yeah.
No.
100%, dude.
No.
100%. I
100%,
mean,
100% no.
He's put up 19 points the two weeks he's had. Kelsey only put up maybe 15 points. That's his best game is 15 points. He put up 9 points last week?
100% no. I'm not
really?
saying, yeah, I know you're saying 100% yes. I'm saying 100% no.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it can't happen, bro, because guess what? You know, what's his face? Juwan Johnson could beat out every tight end in football this week.
Sure.
That doesn't really impress me if, let's say, Hunter Henry does outscore him. Anything can happen. Kelsey, this is, you drafted him, bro. You made your own bed. I did it in a couple leagues too. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it all the way. And I think that it's not like he's hurt. It's not like he hasn't looked good in spots. It's not like Mahomes and him haven't connected. And a lot of it you could blame on Mahomes. A lot of it you could blame on Kelsey to make Mahomes play bad. I mean, you could say there's some give and take there and back and forth. But a lot of people might say, and maybe Mahomes goes out there and craps the bed this week. And maybe the Bengals upset him. Like, who the hell knows? But all I know is they're getting fine-tuned and ready for the playoffs. And they either successfully do it or they don't. But if they do, Kelsey's going crazy. At least one last game. I mean, and doesn't it feel fitting? And maybe this is next week and not this week. Maybe I'm seeing this ahead one extra week, and I'm going to be like, damn it, there it is. But doesn't it feel fitting that all the Kelsey owners that got knocked out of the playoffs, and I'll tell you, I've got 2 teams with Kelsey that are no longer in it. Doesn't it seem fitting that this is the week he's going to step up? Doesn't it feel that way? I just feel like it's going to happen, man. It's the Bengals.
See, I thought it was going to be last week against the Raiders. I thought last week was going to be his super game. But, I mean, he missed. Well, he had hit 2 misses in the end zone. And I don't know, man. He doesn't look like Travis Kelce. Like he's had 3 weeks back to back. He has dropped.
I know, but it's not like you're talking to me about Trey McBride or Laporta, and we're like, okay, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, we're talking about a guy. You just picked him up.
Or
you said
either.
You just picked him up.
No, Kelce was my first round pick.
No. Hunter Henry, you just picked him up.
Oh no, I picked him up a week ago.
Okay, but I'm just saying, you just picked him up. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, think about what you're saying.
Yeah.
I
agree. I agree.
And also, are you gonna sleep like a baby if Kelsey has 3 touchdowns? No, you're not. Are you gonna sleep okay if maybe Hunter Henry outscores him? You might be a little mad at me because you came in here, you had an instinct, you didn't take it, and I didn't guide you in the right direction, which is certainly a possibility. I want you to prepare for that because this is a I get 25% wrong of everything that I get asked of every single week, minimum. because I'm getting asked 50-50 calls, bro, every single week.
Bro. Before I was watching your show, dude, I had 2 tight ends. The tight end's a flex. Trust me, you've not done nothing wrong.
Okay, but my whole point is to say that, like, trust your gut first of all, but I don't think you'd sleep well at all if Kelsey. You know, first of all, you'd hate Kelsey even. Everybody would hate him even more if you put him on the bench and then he could have won you and he screwed you all year and then he screwed you again because you sat him and he did well. There's just no way, bro. Let me ask you this question: who's your flex option?
Go ahead. My flex options is right now I have Higgins in.
Let me show you. Let me show you a little psychology 101, bro. Okay, so who's your flex? You said Collins or who?
Higgins is my flex right now.
Okay. Why don't you bench Higgins for Hunter Henry? Why are you laughing?
Well, because Hunter Henry is a tight. I did my first round.
Doesn't feel good though. Doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel good, does it? Would you consider?
It does not.
Would you consider benching Higgins or Collins for Kelsey even now?
No.
No? You don't have a little bit of an instinct to say, hey, you know what, Kelsey over Nico, Kelsey, like there's not even a little bit of intrigue there. Like Hunter Henry, there shouldn't be. You should have wanted to vomit in your mouth when I said, hey, what? But Kelsey, if you're sitting there staring at Kelsey, Higgins, and Nico, you should be wavering. But you're not wavering with Hunter Henry. You're getting too cute.
I like this right now, brother.
I wouldn't do it.
After week 13 against Green Bay and Kelsey, that was kind of the moment I was like, I need to get rid of Kelsey.
No one's asking you to draft him again,
Green
bro.
Bay game.
No one's asking you to draft him again. I'm not going to tell you to draft him again.
He's decent enough for a tight end. It's just,
I'm just saying.
I thought of Kelsey. I was thinking, last year Kelsey was 20 points average, you know?
I know, bro. Just listen to what I'm saying. No one's telling you to believe in him. I'm not here to tell you he's here to stay. I'm not here to tell you he's going to be consistent through the entirety of the playoffs. I'm not even here to tell you I feel really good about him. I'm just saying if you own him, you put him in.
Yeah, you're right.
Know, in my opinion.
You're right.
Because we don't know for sure what's even going on. Like, can anybody say for certain that it's Taylor Swift? Can anybody say for certain that it's Mahomes? Can anybody say for certain that Kelsey doesn't have it? Sometimes he looks okay. Sometimes he literally is knifing across the field. He doesn't necessarily need the speed. He's kind of wide open sometimes. He's kind of open catching footballs. He's dropped some touchdown throws that headed in his direction. Some of that's on him for sure, but I'm just saying that there's no reason this can't line up for a game or two, and I'd just take the chance. All right. Hey, I got to go, bro. Appreciate you, Red. We'll see you later, pal.
All right, brother. Appreciate you.
Call if you got another one, but I got to move on for right now. Interrupting Mike, you've been holding patiently through that, and let's real quickly get into one of these drafts real quick. What did Golf say he wanted to get into what was it called? It was a full extra point, onside kick. What was the name of it? Saturday Slam? What was it? What did he say? Crossover. Weekly winners 2, the Gauntlet, Little Gauntlet, Big Mitten, Little Mitten 3, Bullpen, Too Early Dance. Let's go into a Mitten. Let's go into I said the Big Mitten's 250. Let's go into the Mitten 2. Everybody click Mitten 2. I don't know how many cards. It's fourth to the last card. Swipe all the way down. I'll tell you when to hit the green button, but go to Mitten 2 and click it and then wait. Don't hit the green button yet. And people on the phone line, you're going to want to hit it at the same time I do. Not when I say it here because everybody's got a 10-second delay except for people on the phone line. So hit the green button now if you're watching, and if you're on the phone line, wait. We're going to get in about 9 to 10 seconds, and we should all line up. And this is a playoff draft, and that means you got to win each round. That means you can't draft a team that has all players in a bye in the wild card rounds because you won't make it to the next round to see your boys play. So you got to be strategic and have a good amount of wild card teams. Better yet, if you think a wild card team is going to go to the Super Bowl, then if you loaded up on that team, you'd be set up pretty nicely. Draft will begin soon. I got the 4 pick. Looks like we have Slater in there, Harrison, Spaghetti, Myself, it looks like Superfish is in this one. Mickey. All right, cool. We'll do another one of these, I think, too. Who did I say was up? Interrupting Mike? What's up, Mike?
Yo. Hey, what's up, Smitty? So, flex spot, I have, could either play Derrick Henry, Devin Singletary, or Aaron Jones. What's your thoughts?
Singletary. I'm going to throw Jones out just because he's been hurt and inconsistent, and I just don't trust him. And you've got two options that feel like they're just safer, but Aaron Jones could do as well as these guys. Trust your gut. If anybody's got Aaron Jones, I'm not trying to crap on him. Yes, sir, says my question was...
Singletary and Henry.
Hold on one second. Let me just get this on screen here. Yes, sir, says my question was one... What did he say? Hold on, bro. This guy super chatted, and I just want to make sure I answer him. One wide receiver, one flex.
One wide receiver.
Okay, sorry. Well, it says one running back, one RB, one F, all smashed. Okay, I got you. The code, yes, sir. This is code, bro. Give me Gus and give me. I want to say Noah Brown, but I'll probably say Travis, you like JSN or Noah Brown better? I like both of them. They're kind of the same too. Both risky. Both could crap the bed. Both could do okay.
I think JSN's safer to me.
Yeah, go JSN and probably Gus. If you go Pollard and JSN, I'm okay with that too.
Is Stroud playing?
Oh wait, does he need a wide receiver or not? What's he saying here?
Stroud is playing, and the I read like the Titans are missing like both their safeties or something and corners.
He says one wide receiver, one flex, but he says one running back and one flex.
Oh, did he switch it up? Because before I actually called him to make sure you saw that because he was saying you missed it.
Well, he said it two different ways. Let me give him two different answers. I'll say if it is a wide receiver and a flex, I'll say Gus Bus and then JSN. If I can give a running back and a flex like the original question here says, I would go Gus Bus and probably Pollard. So there you go. There's
what about? Oh, he's got Flowers and DeMarcus Robinson too.
I like Flowers a little bit.
I like Flowers. DeMarcus Robinson's been a top 15.
Yeah, he has been. You know, maybe I go.
I mean, it's
guys, is it
risk. I mean, there's risk with them all.
JSN or Flowers? JSN or Flowers?
Flowers.
Yeah. I probably
Flowers if he's healthy.
Yeah, do a little like look-see at his. Well, we'll talk about it in the morning too. Definitely think I probably lean that way. Okay.
I was just going to say quick for anyone that's doesn't have a good option at wide receiver. See if DeMarcus Robinson's out there though. It's
definitely
double digits for a month now.
Okay, so as for interrupting Mike's question, Henry and Singletary, this is kind of like a forward projection for me and prediction, but that said, Henry is kind of like in that almost you gotta play him. He's been scoring so many touchdowns lately. You drafted him. You almost got to let it ride. I feel like I'd be sick to my stomach if Henry went out there and had 2 touchdowns. I
just see them. Right now, I have Singletary in my lineup because I feel like the Texans could just smack them, and like whenever the Titans are down by a lot, they don't use Derrick Henry like that.
I know. Trust your gut.
And I read a bunch of stuff on the Titans defense. Like they're just missing so many people, so I just feel like they might get shredded.
I mean, trust your gut on it, bro. I don't want to stray you. I don't want to lead you astray when you have a gut instinct and I'm kind of forcing it, but I would just say, in my opinion, this goes back to what I was saying with the Kelsey and Henry thing. Like I could live with, and I'm calling Singletary a really solid play. I could live with putting Henry in and him failing a little bit more than putting Singletary in and watching. But I do like Singletary. If your gut's screaming it, I'm already signing off on it. Essentially, I'm not sending you on a lap. I don't think it's crazy. I just think if it was me, I'd lean Henry. But I love the Singletary play, and I like the balls of it, bro. If you do it, but
All right. One more. This is the one I really want to ask you. So I have my lineup set right now, and I have HN on the bench. I'm wondering, would you play him over any of these guys? Would you play him over Olave, David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs, or Saquon this week?
Let me draft here real quick. Hold on one second. I'm on the clock. I think I would probably play him over Monty. I think I would probably play him. Say him again. Monty, Olave.
Monty, Olave, Gibbs, and Saquon.
Not Gibbs. Saquon's tough because the guy
I
literally.
want to play Saquon for the volume.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I think I'd sit Monty for him, but Monty's so underrated, though, and even I say that, and I'm a huge Gibbs guy. I just think he easily could trip and fall into 2 touchdowns, 40 yards, and you're like, damn, that was a good day, and he didn't even do much. But
Barkley's against one of the toughest run defenses. I mean, he's good. He could get points.
yeah, you do wonder too, like if they're down big, and the Rams.
I'm hoping that he just gets me like 16 carries, and I just live with whatever he gives me.
Yeah, I'd probably say since you got Gibbs in there, and wait, who's Gibbs? Did I have the wrong matchup? Who's Gibbs? Oh yeah, this is tomorrow.
Dallas. They play
tomorrow.
Dallas.
Tomorrow. Yeah, that's. I'd probably sit Monty, because you got 2 running backs going up against Dallas. What if that ends up crap in the bed, and you got two pieces that kind of knock you out.
This league is half PPR. Would that change anything? Does that make you want to do HM more or David Montgomery more?
Makes me want to go Montgomery a little bit more, but
it's tough. I swear, I've been thinking about all week. I have no idea what to play, man.
If your gut really, is just saying, if you're comfortable with, if Barkley gets, his 15, 16 carries, he's going to get that. He almost always gets close to 20 carries. So all you got on that one, if you're asking me.
Then HN goes out there and rips off 2 touchdowns for 120 yards, and I gotta come onto the channel, smash potatoes, and I'm out on it.
you're not gonna want to watch. You also might get mad though if he gets you 4 points, he'll come into the show and people will be mad at me, but. He's a flex play. Like, that's why I say it's so funny when people get so upset about it. They get so hell-bent. If HN has 4 points, people will literally live to come in here and act like they're offending me or making me feel bad. Right now it's a flex play, and it's an amazing flex play, and the upside's huge. And if he doesn't do it, he doesn't do it. It doesn't make me feel anything. I'm excited about the opportunity. Oh, hold on. What do you guys think about Pacheco for the playoffs? Do you think he's going to be ready to go and everything? I think so, right?
Plays, yeah, I have him in my flex spot for one.
Yeah,
league.
so this is
if he's playing, I'm playing.
This is a playoff draft. So I've got Pacheco, Kelsey, Rishi Rice. So I just feel like that's okay.
He's going to be pretty clean. I
think
crisp.
so. I think he'll be okay.
What's the update?
But yeah, ultimately, bro. Again, Dallas. This matchup tomorrow. I'm not going to put all my eggs in the Detroit Lions running game against Dallas. I'd rather just put half of them in, so I would go HN over Monty.
Sound good.
But, I mean, because Dallas, it isn't a great matchup, man, Like, it's not like you're...
Yeah, but I feel like they're going to try to do what the Bills did to them and just try to run it up the middle all game, possibly. Oh, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Start roll the dice.
Tough to say. All right, bro. Appreciate you.
So we don't know on Mostert still.
Mostert should be good, but we'll find out a little more tomorrow. Some updates, but man, if Mostert should play. He's looking fine, but you never know. Things could change, and we sure heard a lot of updates, not necessarily about Mostert today, though. It's kind of weird, but I don't know. It'd be crazy, man. If he gets to start, HN is gonna be insane. Let's see here. I'm on the clock. I feel like Gus Bus is a pretty good running back to have. So my team feels pretty good. It's weird because I wanted to have Mahomes on top of Hurts. I've been doing the double stack quarter, even though it's a 1 QB. So I have Hurts, Pacheco, Gus Edwards, Kelsey, Diggs, Rashee Rice, and Laporta. Pretty good. I love these mittens, man. They're probably the most fun draft. Let me hit these supers real quick, then I'll go to Sebastian, and then if Travis says anything else. This super chat is from... Who is this? This is from Too Much. What's up, Too Much? Better all-time Niner, Fred Warner or Patrick Will... I don't know. I don't know. I guess, I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Willis.
Yeah.
I lean Willis, but I have to look at him.
Not the biggest, Niner. Like, it's an interesting question, but I don't know. I guess Fred Warner's good, though, but I don't know if I'd say he's... Okay, let's see here. I'm on the clock. I need a pick here. Gabe Davis, if you will. Why not? Little Gabe Davis action. I've got a load of wide receivers. This is crazy. Now, I gotta be careful. I need to make sure I have... Yeah, I should be okay. Okay, Too Much, appreciate you. Let me get these 2 super chats out of the way. This one's from Golf. Primetime Palooza. It's Saturday, Sunday night games. Okay, Primetime Palooza. Golf, I'll look at it next, okay? We're almost done with this. Appreciate you, Golf. This one right here is from Farmer. I have Lamar and Purdy, and I'm matched up against McCaffrey and Kittle. I have Lamar and Purdy, McCaffrey and Kittle. Do you think I should play Purdy against them or just stick to Lamar? I'm a big proponent of not playing defense. So you're literally trying to start somebody so you don't lose instead of starting somebody to win. And honestly, when you think about it logically, right? If Purdy throws and goes nuts, like, you're not gaining anything on him. I don't know, unless he throws everything to like Debo and Ayuk, which he could do. I don't know. I think I'd probably go. This is a nice game for Purdy, though. So just like outside of that question, do you guys like Purdy or Lamar better? Just regardless, don't listen to the question.
For week 17 or playoffs?
For week 17.
Yeah, it's a great matchup for Purdy.
It is a really good. It's a revenge game too, but they could also potentially want to keep him like his confidence high and not give him high risk situations and run the ball, and he could have one touchdown, turn into a game.
I'd have to just stick with Lamar the way he's playing.
Yeah, and the other thing too is like, let's say Purdy does bad, then everybody's doing bad, right? Whereas Lamar could go nuts, Purdy could do bad, and then now you've got an advantage instead of being, if you go Purdy, there's a good chance everything's getting evened out, bad or good. So if you want to play that game of trying to choose, but I think I pick Lamar anyway. Purdy's a nice play though, but I don't think I could go.
It's the Commanders though. They might sit them for the second half of the quarter if they're up by a big lead, just for like health reasons, because we're getting to that point of the season.
What are the odds of
with the Dolphins?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, it's a better game environment.
Hold on one second, guys. Let me see. The Buccaneers currently have an 88% chance of making the playoffs. Does that sound right?
The Bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds about right.
It's so hard to calculate who to draft when you're doing this. It's fun, though. Okay, I'm going to go into that Palooza one next. So this is a good question from Farmer. Farmer, I go with Lamar, bro. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Okay, who was up? It was Sebastian. What can I do for you, Sebastian?
What would you think of making like a Earth list for next year of players who can come back down to Earth that had unicorn seasons, like Adam Thielen, Raheem Mostert?
I'll definitely have a video for that, for sure. I'll even write it down for you over on the board here. Unicorn?
Like unicorns that are coming back down to Earth.
Yeah, okay. Show down to Earth. We will put that on the board. Okay, so I got the highest projected score from the projections. Not that it matters, but Hurts, Trevor Lawrence, Baker gives me good wild card quarterback potential. At least I got somebody there at all times. And then Pacheco, Gus Bus. I'm essentially probably rooting for a Chiefs versus Eagles Super Bowl here, which is fine. And if that happens, I'm in pretty good standing. And then I've got a lot of wild card and mid-round potential here. So I got Laporta, Gabe Davis, Diggs, Rashee Rice, Travis Kelce. I got some good. I think this team's got some good firepower. I like it. Oops. I like it. I'm going to screenshot that. Okay, now we need to go to, what was it called? The Palooza something? Let's see here. You already told me twice. The Palooza. Let's look for it. Where is it at? Where is it at? There it is. Little Prime Time Palooza. $3 entries too. That's cool. 10K in prizes. Click on that right now, guys. It's the third card, I think, right around there. No, maybe not. Let's see. Hold on. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, fourth card. Click it. Hit the green button now. I'll wait 10 seconds. Phone line peeps and myself will wait 10 seconds, and then we'll jump into this one. $3. As stated, I think it's the evening games, the primetime games, which is kind of a cool idea. They're always doing some crazy stuff. And so there's only 4 people in this draft, which means that we might not all get in, obviously, right? But, hey, draft one alongside. It'll be fun. Let's see if golf gets in. Filled. 1 spot's filled. Primetime Palooza. Got another spot filled. And it's possible that the one right before it filled with some of you too, but that's okay. And after. Well, that person jumped out. They said, I don't want to draft with the Fantasy Football Show people. Those guys are good. I said, I'm out of here. All right, Sebastian, you got anything else?
If Christian Watson sits out next week, do you think he could be a league winner next year? Just because I think people will forget about him.
For sure. Yeah. I like him. I don't know where I'd take him, though. Like, he'd have to really be a value. I guess I'd have to think, like even beyond where Camaro went this year in best ball, like 7, 8, 9.
He's going like 90 plus, like
yeah.
Adam Thielen, like
Why not?
borderline waiver wire.
Sure. I think he definitely could. I think there are a lot of guys so down to earth guys, and then forgotten man. We'll do that as a video too. So we'll do a video series on both of those. So forgotten man, or what would it be? What would be the best title for this one? So falling back down to earth, and then these revenge tour, I guess.
Yeah, revenge tour.
Revenge guys. We'll do that video too.
That's all I got.
You know what we need to do is like there needs to be a certain like if someone drops a certain dollar amount of a super chat, they get to pick a show, a topic, any topic they want, as long as it's within reason. You know, it's not like something graphic or you know out of line. Okay,
you're gonna get someone paying for a Niners hour.
Like Denny.
Niners
like
show.
Denny would call in and go, I want you to do a show on Alexander Madison. You know, like I'd probably say no. You know, okay. I'm on the clock here in a second. It went CeeDee Lamb, JJ, and then Amon-Ra. So this is the week 17 only primetime games. I'm going to go with Jahmyr Gibbs. And honestly, you know, these quarterbacks are there's nothing, you know, so give me Dak. I almost feel like because there's no quarterbacks for this draft, because they're primetime only, like you're looking at whoever has Dak's going to win it. Unless Love goes nuts or something, but I don't know. I think it's going to be pretty hard to win this without Dak. Just my take.
I'm leaving the stream. Have a good night.
All right, later, bro. Jermaine from Jamaica or Florida. What's up, my guy?
Good night, my guy. Good night. It's so fun, Smitty. Today's the wife's birthday. Just got home, sat on the patio, and guess who was live?
Me. Why are you here? You're gonna get in the doghouse, bro. Your wife's birthday. Is she asleep or like what are you doing?
No, she's there, but I have all my sisters here from Jamaica and all over the place, and we just got home from partying.
Okay.
And as I said, I'm on the patio having a cigar, and I went to my Smitty Live.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the playoffs in 3 of my leagues. So far, I'm up 38-0. I'm starting Brees Hall.
To the moon.
Brees Hall and Cleveland defense.
To the moon.
Here's why I'm calling you. Because in my flex, I have Kamara going in my running back 1, but in my flex, I have an option. Ron Monster is still questionable, and I have Zeke Elliott. And I also have Chandler. And I haven't been following, because it's been a busy week, I haven't been following up. Hence why I'm calling you in my flex. I want to start Monster if he's good to go, but I also have Zeke Elliott against Buffalo, and I also have Chandler. Am I overthinking?
I think you're overthinking it. I think Mostert, unless he gets ruled out, then it's an easier call. But then you got to, and I guess Zeke's safer. Chandler's higher risk, higher reward. I do think he's higher reward than Zeke, but he's definitely higher risk at this moment. But I mean,
but most of the go just do Mostert.
Yeah, I would. It would be. I think it's a smart play, bro. I'm gonna go add
my other two leagues. The hiccup I have is Pacheco in both of my other two leagues, Pacheco and Cup. I'm starting Pacheco in both of them over Cup. Do you think that?
Who you starting over Cup?
Pacheco.
Pacheco's not playing, bro.
No, Puka.
Oh, Puka. You said Pacheco.
Sorry, my bad.
You kept saying Pacheco.
My bad.
Yeah, Puka.
That's just Long Island talking.
You say Puka Pacheco? That's how you say it?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Don't blame that on me.
Hey,
come on, bro.
I made you laugh. Made you laugh.
All right, yeah. So, what was the question again? You threw me out. Puka or who?
Yeah, in both of my other leagues, I have both Cup, and I also have Puka. Puka.
Puka or Cup is what your question is.
I have both of them. Yeah.
Is that your? So who else could you sit? Who else could you sit though? You can't sit Puka. Who else can you sit?
Here goes. All right. So in the first league, I have Kyren Williams. I have David Montgomery, and I have Cook.
I would start Cup over David Montgomery.
Word. In both, because I have the same problem in both of my other leagues. Because David Montgomery is in, I have him in both of my leagues. So sit them both and put Cup in.
Well, I mean, let's go around the phone line and see. I don't think it's that. You sounded shocked. Travis, would you start Cooper Kupp or David Montgomery? I mean, it's okay if you like Montgomery.
I'd start Kupp, and I mean, he could always start. He could hedge his bets and do one in each, but I'd pick Kupp out of the two.
Bet.
Let's go.
Love you, brother.
Let's go over to DeBalt. DeBalt, would you rather start Kupp or Monty? Monty's got a tough matchup, man.
Yeah, he does, but I'm a Cowboy fan, and they love to give away touchdowns to running backs. So that's a tough one. I mean, at full PPR, I'm going to take Kupp.
Full PPR.
I'm taking Monty. Full PPR, I'm taking Kupp in.
Yeah, I'm going Kupp. And you know what else you do with that, Jermaine? Is there's a strong possibility, I don't know what the percentage would be, strong possibility that one of Kupp or Puka or Pachuca, as you call him, Puka or Kupp could wildly outscore the other. And this gives you that real good safeguard. And the other one is probably going to get you 10 points anyway. 8 to 10 points, which is totally serviceable. So at the risk of starting the wrong one, I know it's very easy for us to say you got to go Puka, but there's definitely a world where Cooper Kupp could be the guy and Puka's not this game. So I would 100% start him for just that reason alone, because I would not want to have the wrong one in. And the Rams are going to try and decimate in this game because they are fighting for their life. And Kyren, I love that you got Kyren, bro. He's so exciting to own. I love freaking Kyren Williams, man. Wouldn't shock me if he's running back one this week. Yeah. But you gotta go. You gotta go both. You gotta go all three of those Rams, man. You have to. I think.
Ain't no more, brother. And one last drop off, because in this particular league,
hit the green button.
I'm gonna hurry up. This particular league, my quarterback is Kyren Williams. Is
your quarterback? Wait, hold on. Your quarterback. You just is that Long Island as well?
Yes, man. Kyler Murray. But there's no other option. What are my chances starting this man?
It's good. It's a good thing I speak your language, bro, because I totally understand what you're throwing down. But okay, actually I don't. Say it again.
My options. I don't have many options. I got Kyren Miller. By the way, you're Jamaican now. I got Kyren Miller going.
Kyren Miller? Who's Kyren Miller?
Jesus Christ.
Who's Kyren Miller, bro?
Right.
What are we doing, bro? What are we doing? Is it?
You're partying too hard,
bro. Have another cigar.
It's been a long party meeting.
Okay, Kyren Miller, aka Kyren Williams, or is this Kyler Murray?
Kyler Murray.
Okay, Kyren Miller is Kyren Murray. Okay, go Kyler Murray. What's the other question?
Right, and then on the waivers, the set Taylor is available along with Browning. Jay Browning.
Browning.
Should I just Browning? Say no more. You know.
No. I'm not saying Browning. I'm just saying I'm making sure that's the guy you're talking about. It's Kyler for me. Make sure he's gonna play. I think he will. But these illnesses, you never know what the hell they have. So I would go Kyler though. Browning scares me a little bit. He's got upside, but he's also, I don't know. Feels like he's kind of turning into a pumpkin a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and say, give me Kyler, bro. Give me Kyler. Kyler's still like I want to say he's like a top. Let me look at the data real quick and see what he's ranking. At quarterback, Kyler Murray is a top 10 play this week across the industry consensus-wise. Browning is freaking down there, bro. I want to say Browning is like 18 to 20. It's like they're not even close. So this is the definition of getting cute, because, and the reason I can say that, even though anything can happen, the data suggests you're 8 quarterback slots off, bro. That's not safe. If it was 1 or 2 or 3, that's one thing. But Kyler Murray, a.k.a. Kylan Kryler Williams is literally 8, 9, 10. Browning is 18, 19, 20. They're literally 10 players apart. So no. Put Kyron Miller, a.k.a. Kyler Murray. God, you're confusing me now. Put Kyler in.
Hey, listen. You know what's crazy, man? And this is why I love third fantasy football and hate it. Because in the big money league where I lost by 2 points by A.J. Brown, last week, week 16, my team put up over 200 points. I beat everybody in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Life sucks, man.
I'm sorry, bro. All right, man. Hey, I got a roll. Appreciate you listening, and I'm glad you're on the patio smoking a cigar, listening to the show. We'll see you later, bro. Call in anytime, Jermaine.
Thank you.
Later.
Yes, sir. Bye.
God, now I'm mixing up all these names. I don't know where I'm at. Somebody calls in. I don't even know who we're talking about anymore. Cadillac Williams.
Kyler Miller.
Kylan Williams. I don't know. I was like, what? I couldn't tell if you were saying Kyron or Kyler or he was just kind of going all over. Okay, so far I got Christian McCaffrey. This is a week. Let me reset my mind because I just feel like I put it in a blender. This is a week 17 only draft, not playoff. I'm going to go with Josh Allen, and I'm going to go with Diggs again. Because I just feel like this could be, I want to try, this is what I call, and I have a video on this. I'm like writing down all these video ideas so I don't forget. This is called brute force draft tactic. Brute force draft tactic. Now, I will say this can backfire, and let me give you an example of backfiring, drafting Bijan. Okay, but where it could absolutely crush is drafting Breece Hall, drafting Gibbs. Brute force drafting would be, when people say don't put all your eggs in one basket, I'm a big advocate of that. I don't think you should do that in your redraft yearly leagues if you play in 2 or 3 of them, because brute force drafting in that context is drafting all of the same guys in 3 of the leagues, and if an injury happens, you're screwed. Brute force drafting in best ball, and I'll have a strategy video on this, is where it doesn't even have to be all offseason. It could be just 4 drafts in a row, or it could be one of the draft series, like a big board, and the big board lasts about a month, and you just do it on that one. Then when the big board 2 comes out, you do a whole different brute force drafting strategy. But brute force would be like my definition of this draft style is to draft essentially different combinations of the same team to cover all your bases and the components you believe to be very strong and true. And in this case, my strategy is week 17, and that is Josh Allen and Diggs reunite, and there's flowers and butterflies and white doves everywhere, and they absolutely just rekindle this thing and get back together. And there's 2-3 touchdowns between them. Josh Allen has 4 touchdowns on the day. Christian McCaffrey blows up. I've got McCaffrey in one. I've got a combination. Who did I get in the other one? I think I got Tyreek in the other. But the combination of Josh Allen, Diggs, and a few other pieces, I keep brute force drafting. So that's kind of my thing right now. And again, I'm not going to necessarily ruin my entire experience, because if you did this in redraft yearly and you only play in 3 leagues, you're going to ruin your entire season. This, you're just ruining a batch of drafts, and it allows you to get that variation. Because guess what happens when you're doing best ball drafts? And I'm on the clock here. Hold on. Let's go with Rashee Rice, and what do I have so far? Of Allen, Diggs, Rashee Rice, McCaffrey, and let's go with, wide receiver. I'm going to go DK here. I forget what I was saying, but on this draft style, it's great because when you think about it, how many times have you been doing a draft like best ball draft and you have things go right, but you still get beat because somebody had just a little bit different combination. So if you end up being right on the core of what you're trying to do, but you have every combination, like 7 different ways to Sunday, then if things do go right in the core of what you're trying to redraft over and over again, the blueprint, you're going to have so many bases covered. Your odds of being that guy, if you have those core things right, go up astronomically. But it can go bad. Think of the Bijan example. If you had every draft with Bijan in a series, you probably lost every single one of those best ball drafts because you drafted him extremely high. Good and bad. But the good part about brute force drafting in best ball versus in redraft yearly is it doesn't matter. They're $5 a draft. You can do it in batches and move on to a different brute force draft strategy. So the whole don't put all your eggs in one basket. Think of it more of as a series or a big amount of drafts one at a time. You're making different baskets of a lot of eggs in one basket, but a bunch of different baskets, and then you're fine. It doesn't matter if something goes awry. That's kind of my way of thinking of best ball. All right, let me go over to Scuba Steve and then DeBalt and then back to Travis. Scuba, you're live, pal. We haven't heard from you in a while. Scuba, you're on mute.
Smitty, what's going on, my man?
What's up, Scuba Steve? Where have you been?
Hey, what's up, man? I was just gonna say I ended up
he sounds
losing
slow.
in the semis just by 2 points, man.
Who did?
If I would have started Kyler Murray over Trevor Lawrence, I would have won.
Ah, man, I'm sorry, bro. You got any other
That's all right, man. Nobody would have expected Trevor Lawrence to have a bad game like that against the Buccaneers.
You got any other leagues in it? Okay.
No, well, my other league, one of my other leagues, I got eliminated week 15, and then I was in 3 leagues. So my other league too, it came down to like the last game to get in, and one guy that needed to win, he went up against somebody an inactive opponent that didn't set up a lineup, so he ended up getting in because I lost, because it goes by like the points for. So he ended up winning because he got like the inactive guy didn't check, and I lost. So because we ended up having the same record, and he scored more than me, he ended up getting in.
I got you. I'm sorry, bro. Guys, we're gonna real quick. Good job, Superfish, and your team. All right, everybody, click the Week 17 Battle Royale. One more draft tonight. Click it now. Hit the green button now on the Battle Royale Week 17. I'm gonna wait about 10 seconds because of the YouTube delay. But Battle Royale Week 17. Go ahead, Scuba. I'm sorry.
No, this is actually a good point. Because like you talked about, like you're drafting Trevor Lawrence, like in like your playoffs and stuff. I was actually going to ask you, because I know some of the callers, I noticed that they asked questions about next year. What would you need to see from like the Jaguars offense for you to like dive back into like those guys? Do they need to have like a good playoffs? Because I mean, it seems like they've been like on up and down just between like Calvin Ridley and even with like Travis Etienne. I know he started off the season pretty good, and then towards like I don't know if they're trying to save him for the playoffs, that he gets like a rotational thing, and he hasn't really had like those like boom weeks that he had in the beginning of the season. So is there anything that you're looking for, like to see, like so you can go back into these guys? How do you want to attack those guys?
Yeah, I'll be honest. One of my, I wouldn't say one of my bigger misses, but one of my obvious misses is probably T-Law. I don't think I missed on Love too much. I think Love looks really good. And I think everybody jumped ship on Love. Love was a top 5 or 6. Top 5 or 6. Hold on, am I on the clock? I'm on the clock here. Okay, Love was a top 5 or 6 quarterback through the first like 3 weeks, I think it was, if I remember correctly. And then all of a sudden he went on a drought, and everybody jumped ship. This guy's garbage. I can't believe I have him. I'm cutting him. He got cut in waves and droves, and then everybody circled back. You know, like, okay, I like him again. So I think everybody's kind of on board that Love, if the right things happen in the off season, like he's good. Do I think that? Do I think that? Do I have the volume here? What's up? Test. Hello. Hello. I don't have the right mic on, do I? Hello. There we go. Okay. Do we think that the Jaguars have that same recipe? I don't know. I kind of don't think so. I don't mind the Jaguars. They're clearly like in the playoff hunt, and they have a good team essentially. But I don't know if I'm on board the like Trevor Lawrence is my starting quarterback. Do I like Trevor Lawrence enough for Ridley next year, for ETN next year? Yeah, I do in that capacity. But am I on the Jaguars train next year? Do I think? I don't know. Just for those guys. But T-Law's got a lot he's got to prove to me. I'm not saying I can't quickly get back on board. I really liked him a lot. I think he's a good kid. He's got a lot of upside. But I just think it's tough to imagine him breaching a territory where we've got a lot of good quarterbacks. I just don't, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe part of it's like he disappointed me, and so I'm a little hard on him now, and then I could swing back around and maybe be more optimistic, let's say, in March. Maybe the draft. I don't know. Maybe the playoffs. Maybe the NFL playoffs, he gets in a groove and we're like, T-Law's it. Milk, law dog. Let me give him a chance. Let me put it that way. I think I'm being a little overreactive. But just, it feels to me like he didn't do what I wanted him to do, and it pisses me off.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I mean, especially having him, there was most weeks where he'd end up getting that one passing touchdown, but you're waiting for him to get that second passing touchdown to most weeks to end up putting in a solid game. And then it definitely does get frustrating that he had 3 games I think where he had 27 to 30 something points, just from rushing one in, and he ended up throwing he had one touchdown, but he ran a couple in, and
I like him.
Thought that he was onto something. And I don't know if it was an injury thing that made him going back to playing this bad.
Yeah, let me walk it back a little bit. Just say, let me give him the NFL. The NFL, well, they made the playoffs. Let me give him the NFL potential playoff race here right now. What are the odds the Jaguars make the playoffs?
That's a good question.
Hold on,
let me see.
94 per. Yeah, it's pretty much in the bag. A lot of weird things got to happen, but is that right?
I think that's crazy because all 3 teams are all 8-7, and you never know. I wonder if it's based off of the remaining games on the schedule.
That can't be right. Hold on. It must be the tiebreakers or something.
Yeah.
No. They can't. No, they can't because they're 8. No, that's a wrong percentage. They're 8. Yeah, they're 8-7. Colts are 8-7. Texans are 8-7. Pittsburgh's 8-7. Cincinnati. Yeah, there's no way that's a correct percentage. Browns already got one of the wild card spots. Yeah, no, this is
72%.
Yeah, 72%. Yeah, 90. I don't know what that. Who has 90%? What is that? What site is that? What kind of BS is this? 72% according to the Times. I still feel like that's crazy.
Yeah, New York Times.
Jaguars lost to the Tampa Bay Bucks on Sunday, lowering their chance to making the playoffs to 72%. That doesn't seem right. It seems even too high. All right, anyways, regardless, if T-Law makes the playoffs, does some magic in the playoffs, maybe I reserve the right to be back on board. Let me feel it out during the NFL playoffs and see. I don't know. I guess you get burnt, when you believe in somebody and they don't quite deliver the way you want. You sometimes have that bias injected, and hopefully that's not what I'm doing. I'll have to evaluate it in the offseason. I'm not 100% sure how I'll feel.
No, I mean I completely understand that. Sometimes it all depends. The past couple of years, because of bad quarterback play, I've been burnt by Garrett Wilson a couple of times. So I mean, I know how it is. It happens.
Oh man, I timed out. Son of a bee.
I was also going to say too, another guy that was doing pretty good was Herbert. do you want to see like who he gets as like a coach before you want to try to like dive into him again, like how he progresses with like that thumb injury? Is he somebody that you're looking at next year?
I think you're going to see me beat a dead horse on Herbert getting Marvin Harrison Jr. And I don't know that first of all, we don't know who's going to be in place to make these decisions yet. Trading up, going and get him, who's going to be the coach, GM. There's a lot that needs to be determined, but once that's decided, who's heading up this operation moving forward, the Herbert Project, maybe that's what we'll even call it, the Herbert Project, Marvin Harrison Jr. needs to be priority number one. Marvin Harrison Jr. They need to figure out a way to trade up into the number 2 overall pick and land him. And when you look at the NFL draft order, which I have right in front of your face, right now I believe the Cardinals have the odds-on favorite for the number 2 pick. You need to, let's say it ended this way, you need to not mess around and go get the 2 pick. The Bears are drafting a quarterback, I'm almost certain of that, and they'll trade Fields away. There's a possibility, I guess, they draft Marvin Harrison Jr. and keep Fields, but I highly doubt it. And if you don't want to mess around with 3, 4, 5 and get cute, you trade up to 2. The Cardinals are notorious for giving away a solid draft selection and trading down. And you give Herbert Marvin Harrison Jr. and then Herbert's a top 4 quarterback. You know, that's how you do it. That's how you do it.
You think the Cardinals would do that though? Like, does it depend on if they're how invested they are?
Yeah, they would do that because look at what we're talking about. The Chargers have the 6th pick. They're not moving down that much. If they don't want Marvin Harrison Jr., which I think they should take him, but they won't. Maybe they will. Who knows? Maybe the Cardinals are smarting up. I have no idea, but I doubt it. I doubt that Marvin Harrison Jr., they'll probably be like, that's too high for a wide receiver. Let's trade down and get Marvin Harrison Jr. And the Chargers go, yeah, go ahead and do that. And then we need to take him at 2. But this is not that far of a drop down, bro. You got to overpay for that. A lot of teams would drop from 2 to 6. If the Cardinals want to keep Kyler, they'll trade out of this 2. Probably. If they don't want to keep Kyler, then that's a great place to be.
Yeah. No. I mean, you're right about that. I mean, they definitely. I feel like they definitely control the board. I thought that like after the way that Justin Fields has been playing, that maybe they go Marvin Harrison Jr. But if you think that they make it a quarterback and they end up doing that, it'll be interesting to see like where Justin Fields goes, because it seems like there's gonna be a lot of guys that's gonna be on the move. Even like Russell Wilson. Like, I thought his numbers weren't too bad. I mean, I know that like he did struggle, but I mean, like he was decent enough where I feel like I'm curious to see where he's gonna go.
So we're gonna have a Fields board similar to the Brady board last year, the Aaron Rodgers board, a Lamar board. We're gonna have a Justin Fields board. Honestly, my favorite place for him to go personnel wise, and when I say personnel wise, let's say coaching wise. I'd like to see him with Dable, who turned Josh Allen into a monster. He's been trying to do his best. That might be a good place for him to go.
That'd be good.
I know it doesn't sound good wide receiver wise, but they could maybe even make a splash there and make some sort of trade. But like,
a couple of pass catchers.
The one thing you worry about with Fields is it's not so much about the wide receiver right away. He's still a young guy. Like, it could be one season of not having quite the wide receivers you want. I mean, there's some decent talent there, but you really, it's more about, in Barkley, it's maybe he wants to stay if Fields goes back. I mean, who knows? But it's more about, in my opinion, it's more about the fit in the progression and development of Fields, because he could go somewhere with a wide receiver, look at DJ Moore, and absolutely just fall apart, break, get injured, not be used right. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think the Raiders would be an interesting place for Fields. Adams is under contract. He wants to be traded. The Jets are talking about, or there's a lot of people talking about the Jets maybe trading for Adams and reuniting Aaron Rodgers with Garrett Wilson, with Breece Hall, make it a super team, which would be phenomenal. But the Raiders, I think, would also be, with Adams there, be very interested in getting Fields. The team seems pretty well put together. It just needs that quarterback. That would be an interesting place. But I would say the likelihood of Fields getting traded probably feels like 80%, 90%.
All right.
If I had to throw an arbitrary number on it right now, just guesswork, I just don't think he's done enough. And, we got a couple games left. He's done enough that this organization feels strong. And you mix that with the fact that they have the odds-on favorite number 1 overall pick. You don't get that very often, and they're going to replace him. They're going to draft his replacement. They're going to reset the clock on the rebuild, which is a massively nice piece, to add to the equation, if you believe you'll stick around long enough for the rebuild. But I think that they're going to do that. So Fields is on the move.
So they could have
I feel like enough.
They have their own too.
What, Ron? Or what?
And then on top of
Travis?
I was just saying, so they'd have 2 number 1 picks, and they'd have their own too. And then if they traded Fields, you got to think they're getting at least a second back for him.
Well,
second round pick.
Yeah. What I said that I would do is you trade this 8 to the Cardinals for the 2, and you give up something else.
Right.
And then you get Marvin Harrison Jr. So
you get a quarterback, Marvin Harrison, and then whatever else you get with the Fields pick. If you trade Fields.
Well, yeah, and maybe the Fields pick is what you get with Fields. You use to move the 8 up to 2, is what I'm saying.
Move up, yeah.
So, like, if it were me, and I'm not saying the Bears are the smart, but if it were me, I would draft the top quarterback of choice, and everybody's got different opinions right now. January 1, all of that content, the rookie stuff starts dripping out. I kind of hold back right now on, like, Caleb Williams and I want everybody to get ready for January 1. But if let's say it's Caleb, let's just say it's Caleb. If Caleb was their guy, Caleb Williams, trade Fields away, get a couple picks, use one of those picks, whatever you got to do to move Chicago's 8 pick, let's call it for now, up to 2. You take Caleb, you take Marvin Harrison Jr., and you have yourself a freaking squad.
Yeah. Well, Houston did it with the the pick number 2 and 3. They got Stroud and Anderson, so it can be done.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that trading Fields is necessarily the right move. Like, someone asked me the other day, what would I do? I believe in Fields. I would get Fields, Marvin Harrison Jr. right here. But I could still do it the other way. I still believe I could get the right quarterback, Marvin Harrison Jr. combination, and be completely, monopolize the positions and be an absolute force. But I do believe I could do it with Fields too if it was me in charge of it. But just because I think Fields is being traded doesn't necessarily mean I think it's the right move. I think it might be the right move given the capabilities of this Bears staff. They don't know how to manage Fields. They don't know how to. Fields is also very, very, very tough to trade. He's also very tough to implement and plug and play into a system similar to Lamar. Lamar Jackson was so hard to trade for when he was franchise tagged because he's not a plug-and-play quarterback. You essentially are committing to changing your entire offense around Lamar Jackson and his style of play, and a lot of coaches don't even know how to coach that. So that's what made Lamar really, really hard to move. And I'll be honest, I thought Lamar was as good as gone when we heard they were going to franchise tag him. Then when they franchise tagged him with the lower tender, I was like, oh my God, he's gone. And then nobody bit. Which is crazy though. Like, was I really? You know what? It's funny because like I was wrong, but I don't think I was wrong logically because I think all these coaches that passed on Lamar Jackson, morons, absolute straight morons. It doesn't matter if he's failed, and we've talked about how fantasy-wise he's disappointed year over year to 3 years in a row. Delivery gets hurt or, whatever. He busted for half a season, was it 2 or 3 years ago? He literally, 3 years in a row, Lamar's not delivered consistently and helped people win championships, but he's absolutely one of the best quarterbacks in the National Football League without hesitation. Like top 5-6 quarterback in the National Football League, any team would be drooling to get him. And when he was hit with that lower tag, the franchise tag, and you literally could get him for 2 first-round picks without the team even, like, it was crazy to me. And everybody's like, no team's going to do that. No team did it. Falcons didn't want to do it. Nobody wanted to do it. We were rooting for the Falcons to do it because we wanted Falcons to have Drake London and Pitts to have Lamar. We wanted Bijan, even though he's a running quarterback, we wanted Bijan to have that offense that was matriculating down the field and getting into the red zone oftentimes. It's just insane. Like, I was shocked, and I said, he's going to get traded. There's a team's going to grab him with the lower tender, no doubt about it. I was wrong, but I think that's because I was thinking logically. Every team that needs a quarterback that you see on this board right now that didn't go after Lamar, that had a freaking shitty season, they're morons for not doing it. It's crazy.
It's nuts too, because you need that. Pretty much need that elite quarterback to win. There's outliers and stuff, but on top of that, to get that elite quarterback, you either have to get lucky in a trade or you have to tank to get a high pick.
Like,
there's a lot of teams that could have made that trade without having to tank.
Let me ask you a question. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to, I think, figure this part out, but if you're the Seattle Seahawks, and you could have got Lamar Jackson for 2 first-round picks. Who gives a crap about the 2 first-round picks? Some of these coaches might not even be there. And GMs might not even be there 2 years from now if they don't start winning. So who the hell cares about 2 first-round picks when you're talking about your quarterback? Does Seattle, who's a playoff contending team barely right now, they're scraping by, still doing it. Does Seattle become one of the top 6 to 8 teams in the National Football League with Lamar Jackson?
Yeah, right away.
I mean, how does a coach not see this? I don't understand it. How does a team like the Pittsburgh Steelers? I don't care what contract Pickett's on. I give 2 craps about Pickett. I hope Ron's not watching. I literally, you give Lamar Jackson to the Pittsburgh Steelers, you have a top 6 team in the National Football League. You hand Lamar Jackson to the New Orleans Saints, you have a top 6 football team in the National Football League. You hand Lamar Jackson to the Las Vegas Raiders, you have a top 6 team in the National Football League. I could keep going. It's just ridiculous that nobody bid on this. Nobody bid on this. They let Lamar sit there. Some said it was because the owners were collaborating to not give... No, it wasn't. All it takes is one team to be like, I don't care about collaboration. I want a quarterback. They didn't pay him. Yeah. They didn't go get him. 2 first-rounders. Who gives a crap about 2 first-rounders? You're going to miss on one of those 2 first-rounders anyway. It's ridiculous.
The draft is I think it makes... because it's going to cost you at least 1 first-rounder to get a good quarterback anyways.
Yeah. Hey, is Justin here? Is Sergio here? And Francisco here? I'm sorry, guys, about the delay on this. Let me answer these super chats real quick, guys. Full PPR, need help with my wide receivers. Diggs, Rice, Nico, Devonta Smith, also between QBs, Lamar and Stroud. I'm going Lamar. Anything can happen. But these wide receivers, my order would be Devonta Smith. Hopefully he could start 3. Did he say he could start 3? He didn't say, but I'm going to order him in Devonta Smith, Diggs this week. I have a feeling Rashee Rice and Nico, but I love all of them. That's my order there. And I'm going Lamar. Appreciate you, Francisco, for dropping the super chat. And guys, first of all, Francisco, hopefully you're here. Justin, are you here? And Sergio, let me know if you're here, because I want to make sure you guys see these answers, and if not, I'll try and post it in the comments and pin it or something. Devonta Smith or JT in the flex, and Casey Jacksonville Rams full PPR. I think I'd probably go KC. Rams are a good play this week, but I go KC. They're a top 5 on paper play across the industry, so that's a good. Not that you should go off just what that data says, but it's a good, like, tucks you in at night. You feel really comfortable about your decision because the industry it agrees. Devonta Smith or JT in full PPR. I lean Smith a little bit, but man, they're like, I almost would say you're in a grandma league or a guillotine league or something, because how in the hell you sit in one of those guys? I guess I go Devonta Smith, but by a hair. And if you have an instinct to go one or the other, don't listen to me. It's that close. I'm literally forcing myself to answer that question. Sergio, appreciate Sergio
to the moon
in the building. First and last, dropping a $1 hauler. Thank you for your super chat, pal. And let's see here. Where was I? I was over on this screen, wasn't I? Sergio with the super chat. QB, Superflex League, QB's Mahomes, Tyrod. Thank you, Francisco. Thank you for letting me know you're still here, too. $10 hauler, by the way. Thank you. Mahomes, Tyrod, stick. Ugh. Mahomes and Tyrod starting, have 3 more flex spots. Okay. Tight ends not required. Okay, good to know. Njoku, started Njoku, nice job. Singletary, or do I stick? Do I stack Slayton with Tyrod? Don't worry about stack. It doesn't do anything for you, bro. Stacking Tyrod and Slayton as if you can, unless you legitimately get extra points for a stack scoring, that gives Tyrod no more firepower, and that gives Slayton no more firepower. I'm not sitting Singletary for. And God, this is gonna burn me. I know Slayton's gonna have 3 touchdowns. Now that I said this, but I'm not sitting Singletary for Slayton. I can't. Demarcus Robinson is pretty solid. He's been like Travis said, he's playing like a top 15 wide receiver right now, which is crazy. But I'm going Singletary. The volume's there. Stroud's back. You're not crazy to go either one of those directions, Demarcus or in the direction of Singletary. I have a preference to Singletary, but by a hair. DeMarcus is awesome, but do not play Slayton, in my opinion. That would be a mistake. Thank you, First Last, for the super chat. I'll look and see if you asked a question. I know you dropped a super chat with nothing in it. 3 wide receivers: Evans, Nico, Puka, Cup. I'm starting Nico and Cooper Cup. Puka and Cup, no question about it. You don't want to be on the other side of not having the right one in. And Laporta, you're obviously starting Laporta. It's not even a question. And I'm probably going to roll with Evans. Nico, I like him, but you can't fit him. It's just one of those things. Your team's too good. I wouldn't worry about it. Okay, I'm going to cycle everybody off the line here. Scuba, any final thoughts?
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's just gonna be pretty interesting to see what happens with this whole quarterback carousel, and especially because you brought up that Lamar, he could have went to the Saints. It's gonna be interesting to see what they do with Derek Carr, how he ended up finishing out the year, because it looks like he struggled. I wonder if they're gonna try to move on from him, and they're gonna try to go after one of these names.
They definitely are gonna move on from Derek Carr. I think Derek Carr is not. I mean, they barely know if he's gonna play from week to week. This one, Nico. Hey, Scuba, appreciate you. Call him tomorrow night, too.
All right, yeah. See you tomorrow, man.
All right, later, bro. This one, Nico or Devontae Adams? DeBalt and Travis, which one do you like better, Nico or Devontae Adams?
Nico. It's Nico at home with Stroud.
I think Nico. Yeah, I'll be Nico.
Yeah,
it's hard to sit him Adams though.
Yeah, it is hard to sit Adams, but Nico does feel like, okay, we're forgetting how good he is for even hesitating here.
Right.
Zamir White or Elliott? I'm going to go Zamir White. I know Elliott's been doing it. I know PPR-wise he keeps doing it, but he's not doing it on the ground. And it's like I can't just bank on him getting 7, 8, 9 targets. Give me Zamir White, who's also been doing it, but is a much better player. So tough question, but all right. DeVault, anything before we go, bro? Thanks for hanging out. I don't think you asked
I'm no worries, man. I can't wait for the off-season content, especially about the Phils, because I'm a Buckeyes fan first and foremost. You know, everyone's like giving me text today about, they lost to Mizzou. I'm like, you realize they played like freshman squad. There's no starters playing today except for Kate Stover, but that's a whole other thing. But with what's going on with K9 right now, would you feel more comfortable flexing in Reed over K9 or
Reed?
How would you feel about that?
I think I got the Mike's situation fixed. Sorry, guys. Reed or K9? Reed or K9?
Yeah.
Man.
I know.
Mm.
Probably gonna have to wait till Sunday to see what happens, right?
Reed or K9? I guess I would go. Travis, what are you thinking on that one?
If Walker's healthy, I go Walker. So so Reed could have a touchdown and 60 yards easy too. So.
Yeah, I think you trust
Is
your gut.
it full PPR or?
I like.
Full PPR.
I like Reed a lot right now, and he seems to, he's gonna probably get a ton of work.
I might
But
lean Reed if it's full PPR.
Watson's already out.
Really.
Musgrave's out, so then he took a crap. But
yeah,
and I know it's Minnesota. It's a hard matchup. But
he's just banged up, so it's like. But if he plays, he plays. If he plays, he's playing.
Right.
Chat, can we vote on this one? Reed or Kenneth Walker? Reed or Kenneth Walker? We got one vote for Reed. Reed is so dynamic. I agree. I love Walker though.
I think because of full PPR, I might lean Reed.
Yeah, the majority of the chat so far is saying Reed. I love Walker. I love Walker, but like in PPR, it's probably Reed, bro. Just keep on the news. Keep on the news, bro. Yeah, he's a mini Debo for sure. Keep on the news, and he's going to be spoon fed if he's healthy. So stay on the news. All right, bro. Appreciate you.
all right, thanks. See ya.
Later. Travis, anything?
I don't think. I think Reed is practicing like in full now, so I think he's good to go.
Yeah.
But the one thing I was going to say just from earlier when we were talking about, sitting Kelsey versus this guy or that guy, it just showed you how ridiculously how much better Kelsey was than the whole field of tight ends last year. I'm in a half-point PPR league, and Laporta has 173 points. He's the number one scorer. Kelsey's got 169. He's number 3. He's still the number 3 or 4 tight end. But, PPR, it might be a little different, but half PPR, it's just amazing how much better he was last year. So I think people don't see the season he's having now and think, oh, he completely stinks. It's like, well, no, he's still getting most weeks 10, 12, 13 points, in a half PPR format. So just keep that in mind. Don't write off Kelsey completely.
Yeah. All right, Travis. Appreciate you, bro.
Thanks, Vinny. Talk to you
later. Yeah, I mean, I know some are saying Reed's not injured, but he is, just like Mostert's, or just like Tyreek Hill's still injured. He's not on the injury report, but they removed him. He's still banged up. But yeah, thanks for the sticker, Baxter. Baxter dropping a sticker that I don't see it, but it looks entertaining. A dog clapping his hands. Thank you, pal. Appreciate you. Everybody got to see it, but let me pull it up so I can see this sticker. This sticker sounds like it's. Let's see. There it is. Thank you, Baxter. Appreciate you. Yes, sir. Never called in. Mind if I called? Don't know the number. Yeah, call in real quick, bro. It's just going to take this one phone call, and then I'm out of here. So dial in real quick. Just you, pal. You guys, nobody else. I got to go, so I'll be here tomorrow, though, for sure. This has been a almost 2-hour show. We're doing it live. Doing it well. Appreciate you. First, you're having Kelsey Birdman. Birdman took the plunge at the wrong time. He's been amazing, but I definitely like him, though. I definitely like him this week, though, above, like, any of the mids, you know. Like, would I start McBride? Sure. But I'd try and find a way to play both. Would I start Laporta? Yes, over Kelsey. Would I play Kelsey probably third or fourth overall? Yeah. Like Travis said, he's still still tight end 3. 909 caller, who's this? Where are you calling from?
Yes, sir, from California.
Yes, sir. What's up, yes, sir?
Yo. So, yeah, my cousin got me into fantasy football. He'll probably be watching this later. He's out partying in Arizona. He's from your area.
Nice.
But and we're playing against each other this week in the championship. And I asked earlier, so I'm second-guessing Zay Flowers because he's going against Jalen Ramsey. I have Tyreek Hill, DK Metcalf, but I'm unsure about Pollard and Zay Flowers, and I have Gus Edwards and JSN on the bench, and Noah Brown.
So you're deciding between Flowers and Pollard, or do you have both these guys in the lineup and you're worried about both of them?
I have both of them in the lineup, and I'm worried about both of them. So I need a wide receiver and a flex, pretty much.
Okay.
And I have Zay Flowers, Pollard, JSN, Noah Brown, DeMarcus Robinson, and Gus Edwards. I think you said Gus Edwards and Flowers earlier. The chat said Flowers.
Yeah. That's tough.
I was leaning towards Pollard just because he's been my guy for, he's been in my lineup every week pretty much.
Yeah. So Pollard could go two ways, bro. It could go good or bad. The bad would be that, him not punching that touchdown in. And it's one play. They might be like a big deal.
Yeah, that was pretty sad. Yeah.
But it was brutal to watch. It was like he'd struggled all year at the goal line, and then he does that. Like, they may not trust him near the goal line, and while Dowdle's out, he's ruled out, and you naturally, a human being says, wow, Dowdle's been, vulturing all year, and he's out. Pollard to the moon. Had he scored and had a good game, I would agree. And I still have hope. And if you feel like you want to live and die by that because he's been your guy, I have no problem going Pollard, bro. I'm wavering on going Pollard. So, you know what?
Yeah, he hasn't necessarily been my guy like Brees, for example. Like Brees, I prefer him, and I played him this week. But more so it's like don't get cute type thing.
Yeah.
Might as well play the...
I'm okay if you go Pollard, bro. I too have him in a couple leagues, and I'm hoping he has a good day. It's not like I'm writing him off in all my leagues. I just think, when I'm asked this question, an isolated question like this, I feel like answering safe. And Detroit's not a good matchup. His last two games, Pollard's at 11 and 12 carries, and he's not getting targets the last two games at least. He did the week before. He had 8 targets for 7 receptions and 37 yards. But scored no receiving touchdowns this year. He's only had 3 touchdowns in the last, 14 weeks. They're all 3 clustered together, week 11, 12, 13. Then he had no touchdowns all the way up to week number 1. I would say, you look at Gus Bus and Mitchell's out. The Ravens are playing ball. The defense is on fire. They run the ball to control the clock. Gus Bus has 2 games in a row with a touchdown.
Mitchell's out.
Yeah, two games in a row with a touchdown. Miami's a tough matchup, but you got to think because Baltimore is such a good defense, if this is a close game and there's a lot of running, I don't know. I just feel like Gus might be pretty safe, but that's just my logic talking. My heart does want to say Pollard. It does. It really does. But let's go to the chat one more time, and let's ask him this one question. I think I'd probably go DeMarcus Robinson as the wide receiver spot if you want if you want upside, and you're not necessarily looking for safe. I think Zay Flowers is a safe play, but it is. Let's pull up Zay real quick. I just want to see. He's been banged up, but I know he's probably good to go for this game. But I do think he's. Let's see here. He's still questionable.
I'm favored this week since I have Lamar, Tyreek, I have McCaffrey, I have DK, I have Schultz. I could pick up Likely, so I'm favored by maybe 35 points.
That's good. Flowers had 13 targets last week, bro.
Who did?
Flowers. He's had 2 of his last 3 games have been over 10 targets. And
I had him on the bench last week for JSA.
The only thing
is he was questionable.
Yeah, he's banged up still, but Flowers got back on the practice field on Friday after sitting Wednesday and Thursday, and he managed only a limited session, so the rookie could be in danger of missing the game. I think he probably plays, but I think, let's go to DeMarcus real quick. Robinson's been crazy. He's hard to trust though, but damn, he keeps doing it.
Yeah, but he's the number 3 target. Well, number 4. Well, 3 or 4 targets behind Nakua and Cup, and then Flowers is pretty much the number 1 target. So that's where I'm thinking.
I don't know. I mean,
I just picked up DeMarcus because just to be. Just so that my opponent doesn't have him, and so I have a little bit more. My opponent is one of your fans. He got me. He didn't get me into you. I just texted him your channel, and he's like, "Yeah, I've been listening to him for fucking years."
Nice, bro.
But anyways, the box.
Okay, here let's. I got to roll, so let me ask. I got you in the system, so Colin, I got you here. You can call him more often, bro. I'll see you, Colin. If you guys would vote real quick on these 2 separate questions, Zay Flowers or DeMarcus Robinson, you're gonna have to stay on the news on Zay, and then Pollard or Gus Edwards. Please vote in the chat on these 2 different questions: Pollard or Gus, Zay or DeMarcus Robinson, or JSN if you like them. All right, bro. Appreciate you.
Right on, man. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, look at the chat. I would go with the chat thinks, and then you can call him tomorrow, and we can ask it again. All right, later, bro.
Yeah, we'll do. Thanks for the time.
Yeah, bye. All right, I'm out of here, guys. Please vote on that. Zay Flowers or DeMarcus, Pollard or Gus Edwards. I kind of want to lean Flowers, assuming he plays. He should know in enough time. Then you just, divert over to DeMarcus Robinson. But I'm going to go Zay Flowers and Gus Bus, man, and go Falcon go Ravens. But that's me. Pollard or Connor, Stafford or Stroud. This is a Nady question here from Nady on a 12-month membership. Pollard or Connor? I'd probably say, I guess, Connor for safety. Pollard for high upside if you need it. And then I'd probably go Stafford right now with Stroud coming back from injury. I like Stafford a lot. I think Stroud and Stafford are pretty close, though. That's a tough one, bro. I appreciate everybody in here. Yeah, check the chat, man. They're all voting right here like monsters. Appreciate every single one of you. Thank you to my super chatters tonight. First and last, Paris. Appreciate Paris. John Baxter. Yes, sir. Sergio, Justin, OB, Farmer, Golf, Too Much. Yes, sir. Golf, Burn. Yes, sir. Red and Bill Coster. Appreciate you all for dropping super chats. I'll see you all tomorrow. Congrats to everybody that's still in it, and get ready for the off season. It's going to be wild, man. It's going to be wild.
He's Kyron, he's 7 feet tall, and he knows how to handle a ball. He's Kyron, he can take frowns and turn them upside down with his touchdowns.